2020, yeah. VVS, clarity, yeah. Determination, laser focus, banging on they door, they taking notice, taking notice, taking notice. Determination, laser focus, banging on they door, they taking notice.
Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advance Week to get to your next game.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. When well. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish these well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my friend good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just enough.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Been a fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself.
Hey boys, coming out of yesterday's practice, we all know it wasn't good enough. Today's practice, it's gotta be great. Game day's coming fast. Let's go out here and let's be great, okay?
Come on, set! Head logo! Now! Ready up! Big grip! Big grip!
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm
Ready?
so icy, got
90
that GG
wolf!
on my belt.
Ready, ready!
Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from
30
my
bit,
head down
go!
to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. Still buy me with a cell. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by
Down!
myself.
60 out!
I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by
Come here real
myself.
quick, I need to talk to you. Today was just okay, and we're depending on you a lot. This team needs you to win games. Pick it up, come on.
Let's go now! 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Shoot! Here we go! Ta-da! Ready, ready! 70, Indy! 5!
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers,
Go! Go!
count it, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex
Break.
mode, this ain't Southwest, this
Get
is
it.
Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad big best though. If you wanna come, let's go.
What, man? That was pretty darn good. And you know what really gets me excited?
Here we go!
The
Here
fact
we
that I
go!
know we
Hit
can
it.
get better. You guys have so much room to improve. That is exciting. Let's go out here and next practice, let's improve.
Set, ready? 60 or. Now!
Big numbers. Big numbers.
And up. 8, 3, big grip! Big grip!
Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team count it, that's a big number.
Yeah,
Ready, set.
wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay,
Ready, ready!
can't ball like this, man, Lord. That's a big skin when he stretches this scans. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand.
Here we go! Set, go!
Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no five, no singles, don't count on them. Ay. She wanted like me cause her like she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex. She like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, what a point to guard.
Big numbers. Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team count it, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Blue hunts. Whole team count, that's a big number.
All right, get moving, men. I don't want to see anyone walking around. Winners do not walk. Let's see some...
Come on, set. 60. Huh. Ready? 18, Gator. Shoot.
I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. So many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. Every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight,
Down.
no rest.
And shoot ball.
Don't need no scale. I've been on my I
Go
don't
now.
need no
18, get 5.
help. Always getting money, brains no sleep. Keep it on. My name ring bells. People see me and can't help
Ready.
themselves.
Set, go.
See me themselves. I wouldn't wanna be anybody else. I never used to think I'd be a magazine
Go.
girl. They keep on
Get
trying to find new ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thundered, but I bring the heat like the summer.
Ready, ready. Hit it.
I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me
9
so
steps.
long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I
Go,
live every
go.
day like
Big
I'll
grip,
die by
big
the
grip.
nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well.
Set, ready. Ready, ready.
Don't need no scale. I've been on my job, I don't need no help. Always getting
Hey, you know what,
money,
guys?
brains no sleep.
That was pretty dang good. And you know what gets me really excited?
I'm ready like lift off. I've never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what the mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. Tired of complaining, I gotta change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day, take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With that, let's head over to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa for the call of this one. We bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. This one taken from the 7. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team that wins.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down now, it's Drake, and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll run with his 2nd-year man from ASU, Kalen Balaj. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. On play action. Now Manning. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So here come the Bucs under their new head coach, Bruce Arians. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And this is a guy who cares totally about his team. He will do whatever it takes for a play to be successful and for his team to win. I've seen him become a lead blocker on running plays, even though I'm sure his coaches don't want him anywhere near that pile.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. And we get a glance now at the Buccaneer offense.
Peyton Barber had his best year running the football in 2018, and he was 9th in the league last year in rushing attempts. The only issue, yards per carry. Total yards under 900. New head coach Bruce Arians, he believes he can improve his efficiency.
This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And he'll get this one up to the 26. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
The competition to go to the Pro Bowl at safety is fierce in the NFL. But Rashad Jones makes his case year in and year out as one who should go.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Andre Ellington, his first carry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
So on 4th down, out comes the Bucs free agent signee Bradley Pinion to punt. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. This is taken at the 23. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Cole Beasley, he's got a first quarter touchdown grab there. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Kenyon Drake, he was kind of underutilized last year when Adam Gase was head coach. Only 7 starts, but now he's going to get a chance under new head coach Brian Flores to really showcase his talent. He certainly flashed his diverse playmaking abilities a season ago. 9 touchdowns, 5 through the air, and 4 on the ground. A look now at the Miami offense.
And when you see Devontae Parker in a uniform, you expect big plays from him. Remember, he was the 14th overall pick out of Louisville in 2015. Hasn't quite reached those heights, but he's a huge red zone threat.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Manning. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
6 man. Check girls, check girls, check girls.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning. This is Butler making the catch. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing now is Manning. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or 2. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the 1st round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So they have to give a lot of credit to the...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard...
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
I'm coming back.
Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Winston now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. Levante David in on the tackle. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Can. Recon, 132 fighter. Leo.
He's crashing. He's checking.
2nd and 5 now. Manning. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Miami 1st down. That one going for a gain of 11.
30 base.
Check. Walk 54. Let's go, D. Gonna be a long day.
Flipper.
It's gonna be a
Rock it. Check.
He's coming.
5.
Manning now on 1st down. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Switch.
Manning going to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Kill.
2nd down and goal. Manning. Allen's got it complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and score. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Dwayne Allen, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. He's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes our score 17-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized depth to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
E aí, meu, só no... Dá top, né? Então, tô só jogando agora futebol americano aqui.
So that complicates things a bit here.
Esse jogo aqui é top, no imadinbuu, recomendo quem quer comprar aí. Pô, galera, esse jogo é massa. Tô fazendo um modo carreira.
Looking for Rashad Perriman, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
100%, né, meu? Topzera, mano.
On the ground, Ellington. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Só pelo game over ali eu sabia que era tudo.
Example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward.
Já era trimáximo, imagina o 2 agora. Esse aqui eu comprei ele
let's talk about Kenyon Drake. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Now Manning. He's got Allen.
R$40.
Peguei.
Olha só. Esse é o jogador que eu
That's
tenho.
something we didn't see much of from Allen the last couple of years in New England. Heck, last season, 13 games, only 4 targets. But Miami going to try to get him more involved in the passing game as we saw there. And you know he has the capability. You think back to 2012, breaking in with Indy. He had 45 catches that season. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This one of 3 games going on in the NFL on this Friday night, the second week of the preseason. We've got 5 more tomorrow, including Cowboys-Rams in Honolulu, then 2 more on Sunday and on Monday night. We wrap things up with the 49ers and Broncos from Denver. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down, and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts that. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Johnson's got it complete.
Esse modo carreira aqui, ele funciona o seguinte, esse modo carreira aqui, ele...
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork
play because
guess what?
Aí faz o perfil dele aí e tal.
But how about the people up to block in front of either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And some room to run now.
Escolhe time no college, tá ligado? E aí tu joga a semifinal da conferência, a final da conferência, né? E aí depois tu joga a final do futebol americano universitário. Aí depois tu jogar, conforme tu jogar bem aí, com certeza tu vai ter bom das primeiras posições do draft, tu vai fazer o draft ali, faz o draft, fez tudo certinho ali, pega uma pontuação boa. O time tu faz uma pontuação tri boa ali e aí time que menos pontua na temporada, no caso, mal colocado na temporada, eles têm o privilégio de escolher os melhores jogadores, né? No caso, então, se tu for bem aí, tu jogar no final do campeonato, vai ganhar com o QB, né?
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by
Tu vai recuperar, tu vai
Johnson was the intended receiver.
E aí eles vão te draftar. Ele tem caso de draftado pelo não era bem o que deveria, mas depois conforme vai passando a temporada, agora faz uma temporada com eles. E aí teu contrato encerra e jogar bem na temporada, eles outros times fazem propósito pra ti.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Good. Starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. On first down, Manning. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, it's Manning. Walford's got it, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Clive Walford, 29 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Ellington. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer. First, a pickup of 12 yards. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see it where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Gabbert. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive pass, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
É só paulada.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. On 2nd down and 4, Manning, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Manning. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Throwing on first down is Manning. Caught the tight end Walford. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Recuperou, cara. Porra, cortou a bola, quem viu? Cortou a bola, mano.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for. Now they'll try to convert on third. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ford. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now Manning. Short throw taken in by the tight end O'Leary. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Into the red zone now, Manning. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Manning. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. From 13 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will swell by one more. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the gadget play gets him into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
First down, Gabbert. Caught. It's Ellington. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the shotgun, it's Gabbert. That's into the hands of the tight end, and they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
First down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Gabbert now. His throw incomplete. Another wayward pass.
Fala, Jarrão. Beleza, mano? Tranquilaço. Tamo aí, Madden NFL. Modo carreira aí, estamos jogando, estamos destruindo os caras aqui hoje. Meu Deus, os caras estão apavorados, né? Pauleira, um abraço pro meu amigo Jarrão aí, abraço pro meu amigo Francisco. Boa noite a todos. E aí, eu errei aqui a configuração, mas eu só pra vocês, ó. Ah, que sorte, os caras não conseguiram pegar.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
Touchback.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start on the ground with the launch. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Manning looking to throw it. Now a short one to Gesicki. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Até amanhã, mano, velho. Ah, bom jogo aí. Tá viciado no COD, hein? Valeu, obrigado, mano. Até amanhã.
Ready. 8-3.
Manning going to try and throw on third down. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Acabou o jogo, então,
so a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that, you're out there fresh playing. A little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we bid you good night from Tampa.
Tá muito louco. Superstar X Factor. Falou.